Now the Lakers should definitely be focused on this season and trying to keep the main thing, that being their playoff push and trying to maximize their current group. But for their team, or really any team for that fact, they gotta be aware and prepare for next season too. Which, according to a new report and rather a confirmation from the NBA itself, will come with a salary cap increase, raising the current salary cap of $140 million up to about $155 million. A 10% increase, the maximum allowed increase per season, and that'll come with plenty of opportunities for every team. Whether that being a team with actual salary cap space and money to spend in free agency, or a team like the Lakers without it, but giving them more room under the second apron, that'll give them new ways to build, or rather rebuild their team, which they definitely will look to take advantage of too. And with that in mind here, could that give them the opportunity to target a perfect fit for their team, or maybe not even one but two of them? Well, it actually might, and we're going to talk about how they can do it, and who they should maybe look to target with that salary cap space, or rather second apron space. But before we get too far into it, let's go over our game day picks with Underdog Fantasy. And if you're a new sign-up, you can pick Luka Doncic to have higher than 0.5 points later tonight. So yeah, take advantage of that free pick. But then for my picks, for pick number 1, I got Luka Doncic having higher than 6.5 points in the first quarter, dropping that down from 8.5 down to 6.5. Then for my second pick, I got Rui Hachimura making higher than 0.5 3-point shots, aka making at least one 3-point shot. And then for my third and final pick, I got Jabari Smith Jr. having higher than 7.5 points, dropping that one down from 10.5 down to 7.5. So if you want to follow along with me, or make your own picks, then be sure to check out Underdog Fantasy, and don't forget to use code JSM to get your free pick, plus up to $1,000 in bonus cash when you make a deposit. But now getting back to our topic. And well, to begin, I gotta make this very clear, despite the salary cap going up or projected to go up, that does not mean the Lakers have salary cap space or likely will have salary cap space. Yes, it might be going up from $140 million up to about $155 million, but with the Lakers payroll currently sitting at about $189 million, no, they will not have salary cap space. They can't go dish out $20 to $40 million to a free agent, they're not allowed to do that, and you cannot expect that to be happening, so don't actually comment that. But what they can do with the salary cap increase will be benefiting from the second apron space they get. No, that doesn't allow them to offer a free agent $20 million, but what it will give them, or possibly might give them, is the ability to use their full mid-level exception. You might have heard that term before, and it's a little bit different with new CBA. What the mid-level and biannual exception are two contracts that over-the-cap teams can offer to free agents, despite not having actual salary cap space. And for the mid-level, currently being valued at about $14.1 million next season, and that can be offered up to a 4-year contract, which will be valued at again $14.1 million next season, roughly $14.8 million the season after that one, $15.5 in 2027-28, and then finally $16.2 in 2028-29. Roughly about a $70 million contract over a 4-year duration, which is a pretty good contract and would give them the ability to sign a pretty damn good free agent, possibly a perfect fit for their team. And yes, their current payroll for next season is at about $189 million, currently over the second apron, or at least this season's second apron, but next season, along with the salary cap, the second apron will be going up too, roughly from $188 million up to about $207 million, which would give them enough room to use their mid-level exception. And well, let's say they would go that route. Who should they, or who could they then look to target? Well, one option for them, and maybe my favorite option for the mid-level exception, would be a guy like Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Currently playing for the T-Wolves and having a great year with them, averaging about 9.2 points per game, 3.2 rebounds per game, 2.5 assists per game, shooting about 44% for the field and 39% for 3 on about 4.4 attempts per game, not to mention about 48% on corner threes, being a 43% career corner 3-point shooter. You know, the numbers might not jump out at you here, but if you actually watch the guy play, he would definitely be a good fit for their team and a guy that would definitely benefit their backcourt or simply their wing rotation in general. Not about the scoring output or really anything on offense apart from 3-point shooting, but more than anything, about the defense here. One night he might be taking on a point of attack matchup, which he does defend very well by the way. The next night might be a wing matchup, also doing that very well. being a very disciplined, committed, and relentless defender at the point of attack or simply on the perimeter in general. Being about 6'5" with a near 7-foot wingspan, good athletic ability, only being 26 years old and still being in the prime of his NBA career, definitely can take on tough NBA matchups and do it on a night-to-night basis at that too. And then combine that with the 3-point shooting, currently shooting 39% from 3, shooting 39% plus in back-to-back years now, with the great corner 3-point shooting that I touched on before. Simply a great, reliable 3-and-D player, and a guy the Lakers could use one more of. I mean, right now they don't really have a player like that, not exactly like that anyways. Yes, they have a Gabe Vincent who is more of a point of attack defender, 6'3" and kind of limited 2-point guards or smaller shooting guards, or then a guy like Dorian Finney-Smith, another 3-and-D player for them, but more so a wing player for them, not really a point of attack guy. Not really somebody like Nickeil Alexander-Walker, who can both defend the point of attack and wing matchups. They kind of had that with Max Christie, but obviously traded him away. Well, worth it for a guy like Luka Doncic, but without him, they don't really have that anymore. Kind of with Jordan Goodwin, but not quite. Kind of with Gabe Vincent, but again, not quite. Kind of with Dorian Finney-Smith, but not really that perfect combination, and then not a guy that could grow with their team. Again, with Nickeil Alexander-Walker being 26, 27 next season, and could fit that long-term time frame with Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves. Would be worth offering a 4-year contract and up to about $70 million in total. So I definitely would throw that contract his way and hope he takes it. But would it actually be realistic? Well, I think it might be. Right now he's making about $4.3 million, so that would be about a $10 million per year increase, up to about a $70 million contract, and he might be inclined to take it, so I definitely would throw that contract his way and hope he takes it too. I think he'd be a great fit, again, whether you're talking about the 3-and-D ability, simply the defense and what they don't have on defense, or then the long-term time frame standpoint and the good fit he could be with them for that 4-year contract. I think he would be worth it, would be a good fit, and pretty much the perfect guy to offer that contract too. But even apart from that, I think that would be a great offseason for them, but not quite the perfect one. With that, I think they should also try and address their center spot. Jackson Hayes has been playing great, but he definitely should be more of a backup or more of a guy playing about 20 minutes per game, not quite a starters level workload. And while we have no money left to work with in the open market, we could make a trade, and that's what I would look to do here. And with a trade, I would target a guy like Nic Claxton, for example. That would kind of be my perfect target and would be an achievable contract for them to trade for. Yes, he is making about $27-28 million this season, but it actually goes down to about $25 million next season. So if they want to get there, they could combine a contract like Maxi Kleber with Gabe Vincent or Jared Vanderbilt, then throw in the minimum contract of Shake Milton, and that could work through a trade. Obviously, I have to throw in a draft pick, whether that be a protected first-round draft pick, maybe other draft compensation, or whatever it might be. They could get there through a trade. And for Nic Claxton, why I would love the fit and why I would make a trade for him. Obviously, if we're talking about pairing a big with Luka Doncic, they got to be a lob threat, and he's got that down packed. A very athletic big, can definitely go up and catch an alley-oop or run the floor, be a good fit in that regard. Or then defensively, a great last line of defense, very good rim protector, also a very switchable defender, and in that regard better than Jackson Hayes, and that's definitely an upgrade for their team. Or then talking about rebounding, is a solid rebounder, averaging about 10 per game last season, currently about 8 per game, or per 36-minute average about 9.5. So all around a good fit, and that's without even mentioning the age here with him. Only 25, about to turn 26, so he would fit their long-term time frame. Yes, it might be a little price to pay for him, would require giving up 2 contracts and probably 2 role players, and then with draft picks with him. Yes, it might be a little bit to give up, but I think it would be worth it. Talking about the fit with him, both offensively and defensively, then the long-term time frame only being 25 years old, I think it would definitely be worth it. Would make for a great offseason, especially if they could pair that with signing Nickeil Alexander-Walker. That would kind of be my dream outlook and probably the best outcome that could possibly be made for them. But with all of that being said, what do you guys think? With the salary cap going up and therefore the second apron going up, what opportunity might that allow the Lakers to do, and what opportunity would you like to see them pursue? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. But I think that'll pretty much do it for this one, and if you enjoyed the video, then I'll greatly appreciate it if you dropped a like, subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and hit that notification bell to never miss out when I upload a video. But as always, thank you for watching and have a great day or night.